Hello and welcome to my studio journal. Now back in 2022, I started to redesign my home studio, shifting from software to hardware for the first time. What began as a few videos for some curious students soon became an ongoing unfiltered record. Someone might say, well, why were you so foolish as to even assemble a shelf that you weren't sure was going to work? This is from IKEA of old. This shelf is probably about 5 years old and has never been put together. And it just sat there in storage. So there was no way for me to get the dimensions. I couldn't walk into the store and check it out. And also trying to find the dimensions online, really difficult. So that didn't work either. Well, this is what they referred to as a bridging shelf. So in other words, the idea is that you have, similar to the setup that I have at my piano, where I have my piano and then the two bookcases on each side. Same deal here. You have a bookcase here, you have a bookcase on the other side, and this goes across the top. Bridges them, in other words, joins them together. Now the idea was, I wanted to put maybe, let's say, the mixer in this side, and maybe even on a shelf that pulls out. That would be awesome. And then the rack components in this side. The idea was this was going to be small enough to fit under that desk. As we talked about before, it's too long, for one, and it's too deep. This is just a pine top. So the thing is, it wouldn't be too much work for me to notch out two areas on each side here to slide around the legs to make it go back further. That part is kind of handled. What's not handled is what it would look like. So what I can do is maybe go and get a couple boxes or something, put them underneath and put this on top and just get an idea of how things would look. Once again, I don't necessarily want to throw this out. I really think I would like this to work. So let's grab some boxes and see what it looks like. All right, so there it is, all completed, sitting under there. I could put the mixer there. I've checked from all over in the room. You can see the digital VU meters. There's enough room there that I could put that on, kind of like a sliding tray as well. And that thing could slide out so that the keyboard would slide out over top. You could be typing, you push that back in, you can slide out the mixer, make whatever adjustments that you need to make on the mixer. You have your compressor, you have your mic preamp, everything is right there at that spot for you to be able to use. Is it making it look cramped in here? Well, it's getting a little cramped in here because, I mean, if you take a look at this big desk and then we move around the room and then we have that now, which you can't see any floor space, and then we move all the way back to where we have a bunch of stuff there. It looks like it could be very, very useful to have that there. If that's the case, it is true that I could notch out the back to slide it in just a little bit further, just so it could meet the edge of the desk, and that would maybe give it some more floor space. But anyhow, now I'm going to take apart the rack unit I just put together last night, and I'm going to see what that would look like. This is with the rack units in there. Now, if you notice, there's two PB 4x4s, which are the power distribution units. That's not going to be there, but that is two rack units, which is the same thing as the mic preamp. So if you can imagine two of the units that are on the bottom there, the unit that's on the bottom there, the Pro VLA2, is, if you can imagine something that looks similar to that, on top of that, that's what that's going to look like, and then the patch bay on top of that. The power distribution unit is going to have to go over there because I'm going to buy another one. As far as I'm going to, you'd have everything that you need right there. Okay, so now in this case, I've used that extra tray that I had, plus that pole, added a little bit of extra weight to this thing. I could mount that to the back, and once again have this, so this just kind of pulls out like that when I need it, and you can see it easily from anywhere in the room. That'd be easy to access when you're working. Like right now, it feels cozy, it feels fine to be in here. So anyhow, I'm just going to leave this for right now and come back to it to see if I still like it, let's say tomorrow. If you'd like to follow the full journey, check out my online studio journal linked in the description. Until next time, I'm just a music teacher having fun. Catch you on the next one.